Yes, we're going. So welcome back, everyone. This is our 8th session now. I'm losing count. There's been that many. 8th session of our Step Up program. So we've done. Do you know what? I'm going to put you to the test, everyone, because I'm silly and I'm old and I forget. Type in the lessons we've done in the chat box. What have we done so far? A little bit of a recap.
Right there.
Our term next week, so I want a big recap.
Got some coming in, Jake. We've got motivation from Noah Scarlett. Well done, guys. Resilience.
Brilliant.
Any more?
Can remember our one on Tuesday? Oh, well done. Speaking of Noah, goal setting on Tuesday. Well done.
Can anyone remember the first one? That's the toughest one, I think. What lesson one was?
Oh, Harry's in thinking mode there.
Yeah, tough.
Got today's one, I think, Jake. Coping strategies today.
Nice, yeah. We'll move on. Nice. Right. Let's rock and roll. There's your answers. So today we are doing coping strategies. Last lesson, we have got it was goal setting. So Chris, in his goal setting, set a target. Make sure you get 8 hours sleep tonight. Yeah. So if you've done that, absolutely brilliant. You'll be fresh and ready to go. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the coping strategies one towards the end. Right. Usual heads or tails. So you know the score by now. If you guess correctly, you can chill. If you guess incorrectly, you do an exercise. Right. I'm going to stop sharing in a minute. Hands on your heads and you're going for heads. T for tails. But I'm going to add a new rule in. If you get it correct, you get 5 points as well. So keep count of your score. Yeah. See who can score the most. Here we go. So are you going heads or are you going tails? Let's have a look, Steve. Let's go around the rooms. Let's see. We've got heads there from Noah. Strong tails there from Izzy.
Oh.
Mason, strong tails. Here we go. One more maybe. And then we're going to reveal. Oh, yes. It's a few more tails, I reckon. It's heads. It is heads. So if you got heads, well done. Sit and chill. You've also got 5 points. Let's see what we're doing. Those who guess tails. If I can get it working. Oh, we're going to do Henderson shuffles. Yeah. So we're going to stop sharing. Just really quick feet as fast as you can. Right. I'm going to have to take my headphones off. Right. So let's do 10 seconds of it, but I want it quick. 3, 2, 1, go. So really quick feet.
Yes, Fred.
Yes, look at that.
Go on, lad.
Eating the apple as well. Yes.
Faster. Come on, Mason.
Yes, keep going. We can do a bit more. Yes, look at that. And sit down, relax.
Well done, Harry.
Oh, it's took it out of me already, that. So, if you got 5 points, well done. Keep those points, put them in your pocket, remember them. Right? Are we going heads or are we going tails? Let's go round. So, tails there from Harry. Tails from Daniel.
Oh, Ant's mixed the bar 3 times then. You and tails, you and heads.
He's nervous.
Scarlet.
Tails. Right, here we go. Tails. Oh, it's heads. It is heads. The coin has done you all.
Flying.
So I reckon most of us are getting up for that. Right, so what are we doing? What are we doing?
Come on, what are we getting?
Star jumps. You know we love star jumps during this lockdown.
Star jumps.
And we're going to do 20 of them. We're going to do 20. 20 star jumps. This is Thursday.
Come on now, let's go.
Feeling ready. 3, 2, 1.
It was heads, Noah. That's right. Yeah.
Star jump. Yeah, there we go. We go again.
Nice.
Get back here. Well done, brilliant. Keep going. Push it in.
Good technique, yeah.
Well done, Jake.
Have a little sit down and a chill. Well done. Right. So, last game. Don't forget, if you're scoring points, keep hold of them because you need to tell us your points at the end. Right. Are we going heads or are we going tails? What are we going for?
I'm looking for 3 out of 3, yeah.
Let's go heads.
Same
Is
with
he
me,
going
tails, though.
We're going
I
heads.
think Harry's right. It can't be triple edge, surely, can it? Surely not.
Surely
I'm going
not.
with you,
For
Harry.
it.
I'm going with you.
Oh,
she's changing. She's
it's
changing.
tense.
She's changing.
It's tense. The coin's been flipped. What are we going for? I can feel the tension. Tails.
Yes, well done,
Yeah,
You
Harry.
guessed
15
tails.
points.
Yes, Jacob.
Well done.
Yeah, man.
And if you didn't and you guessed heads, oh, we've got the tough ones, Nick. Remember those from Friday?
Oh,
The frog squats.
Yes.
Right, so if you don't know how to do them, Steve, could you just spotlight me?
Okay.
Right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down, touch the floor, and jump back up like that. We're going to do 10 of them. Yeah? We're going to do 10. Right. So 3, 2, 1, go. So down, touch the floor, jump. Yes. Looking at Fred there. I like it. Whoa. Yes. 6,
Scarlet
7,
flying.
8, 9,
Go
10.
on, Fred. Go on, Fred.
Nice.
Okay, Mikey's just come in. Mikey, we've just finished 100. So if you just want to do 100 for us while you're waiting,
100. Yes.
100 frog shots.
Right.
We got
We're
him
only
there, didn't we,
joking,
Harry?
Mikey.
Got him
Don't
good
worry,
there.
mate.
Post your points in the chat box. Let's see who scored the most. Did you
I've
get
got a
15,
couple of
Nick?
fives, Jake, from Harry. 10 from Izzy, 15 Noah, 5 from Nick,
15?
5 Scarlett, 15 from me. I think me and Nick are setting the standard so far. We've
Yeah.
got 5 from Harry, 5 from Leah, 10 from Mason, 5 from Kira, 10 from Izzy, 5 from Fred. Well done. It's quite a tough one to call that. So you've done well to get some points in total. Well done.
Yeah, well done. Big effort. Right. Next one. Little question. You've got 30 seconds to answer this one. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ooh.
Tough
Ooh.
question. What would your superpower be? Nick, what would your superpower be?
100%, I'd have to go for invisibility.
Oh, nice.
You've been.
Nice.
I was going to say that.
I like scaring people, so I could creep up on them and
Going for it. So, Ant, what would you go for instead of invisibility?
It'd have to be speed, so I'd like to be like the Flash.
Oh, nice. Nice. Any answers coming in, Chris?
Yeah, we've got couple, Jake. We've got teleport. I love that. We've got speed, so I could run the ball into the goal in football from Harry. Invisibility, so I could disappear from this conversation. Oh, we hope you're having fun, Zach.
That's got to be the best question, best answer so far.
You know what I think, Zach? We'll have another game of heads or tails, buddy, where you can score more points. So not to worry.
Who answered that one?
We've got to fly away from Kira.
Quality.
Sorry, Jake, we've got a few more coming in. We've got flying, so I don't have to go near dogs from Scarlett. Just going through, sorry. Teleport from Dan. The power to gain other powers. That's probably the best one I've heard for a long time, Mason. Well done. Yeah, that's everything, Jake.
Some
I think
really
for me,
good
mate,
ones
I'd
there.
probably go for super strength.
Nice.
So I could actually lift a lot of objects and do some DIY in the house.
Some good superpowers there, but Zach, what an answer that was. Yeah,
I'll go for
enjoyed
fast
that one.
forward, man, so we can get away from everything that's happening at the minute. Just fast forward to 2022 or something.
Oh,
Nice.
Fast forward, man.
honesty.
And that leads us on to today's session. We are looking at coping strategies. Yeah. So today we're going to define what coping strategies are. Oh, we've got a red pen. The magic. Only Chris gets the magic pen.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to be using the magic pen very soon, so I might need your help using the chat box if that's okay.
Identify positive and negative strategies. And Fred the pen. Fred the pen's Chris's. He's going to go mad. He's going to go mad, Fred. And we're going to develop personal coping strategies as well. So, tough question this, because I don't think I knew what coping strategies were when I was in primary school. What are they? You might have a little idea. Yeah, you might know. If you don't know, maybe have a little guess. What are coping strategies? Answers in the chat box. Chris, I'm going to give you the magic pen.
Brilliant,
Nick,
looking
Nick,
forward
could
to
you
it.
share any of the answers that we're seeing?
Will do. First one in from Noah. The way you deal with things.
Oh, nice.
Daniel, coping with things, yeah. How to cope with some things like homework.
Yeah, definitely.
Mikey's gone for a way of coping.
Yeah. Anyone want to tell us what coping means? If you go a bit deeper then, a way of coping, what does coping mean?
Mason's gone for dealing with your emotions.
Ooh, some good answers here.
No?
Harry, how to deal with things, to cope with things like being bullied or something, Scarlett said.
Yeah, some good answers.
Dealing with things seems to be...
Yeah, I think that's
the main
pretty
answer.
much how I'd put it. So if we put the coping strategies, what I put is effects and efforts to minimize stress. That could also be dealing with things. Yeah, the way you put it, dealing with things, dealing with stresses and anxieties and things. And everyone has coping strategies that are personal to them. I'll have some that are different to Nick. Nick will have some that are different to Steve, and so on. And they can be both positive and negative. So you can have ones that help you and ones that maybe won't help you and make you feel a little bit worse. So what might cause you stress during lockdown? Let's get those answers in the chat box.
Just a quick one, Jake. We've had a really good one from Mikey. I like your style, Mikey, because I'm like this. Sitting in your PJs, watching the funniest TV shows and having full all in one. Brilliant.
Ah, yeah. So that would be a good one, wouldn't it? I like that.
A few answers coming in. What might cause you stress during lockdown? Homework and schoolwork.
Yeah, I think so.
And a big one from Daniel and Scarlett is no activity to do. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Can't go to any after school clubs or any football clubs, gymnastic clubs.
Yeah, you're limited with your hobbies, aren't you?
Yep. Harry, yeah, getting ready for a big night. Feeling you there, Harry. Fred, big one, just doing the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Sitting in your house doing nothing. Aye, Dan. We're not causing you stress at all in lockdown, are we? And siblings being annoying. So just obviously always being around your siblings where you'd probably be in school away from each other and then meet up after school back in the house. Siblings
so when you're
just
with people,
constantly around each other all the time.
I think that's a good one. So you can't really do things. It's your schoolwork and everything with that as well. It might be a lot different for you than what it was before. I know in the first lockdown, it sort of stressed us out about teaching over Zoom. Yeah. So it's all those new things. You can't do your hobbies, schoolwork again. Yeah. You might have loads to do. You might have things that on apps you've never heard of. Yeah. Because I'm listening to the apps school using. I'll be honest, I've never heard of them. So that has stressed me out. What's that one with chat box? So you're isolated, you're on your own, you're feeling a bit down. And the big one, I think we already mentioned, no activities, you can't see your friends, yeah, and that's what's causing us a bit of stress. Okay then, so we've looked at what might stress us out. Why are coping strategies important then during lockdown? Why have we picked to talk about coping strategies? Why would they be important? In the chat box, go.
Because all your answers in this and the way you're talking and describing things, it's helping other people on YouTube that can't attend because they're in school. So some people are watching all your answers and your great mature answers, and they're looking at that on YouTube when they get home from school. Brilliant.
Yeah, a couple coming in, Jacob. So to keep yourself from going insane,
yes, yeah.
If you've got some coping strategies in place, then it prevents from the lockdown kind of being boring or limit the amount of boredom because it's hard to cope. So we don't go mad. They're important because it's harder now when you're stuck in your house. So obviously having these coping strategies will make it feel sort of less as hard, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Nice. See one on the board there, different to normal. I think that's definitely one that we're not used to all this, are we? Any more answers coming in, Nick?
One from Daniel. I'll take one word out of it. Cope with siblings.
Steve, why do you think coping strategies are important during lockdown?
I think it's just having like a little plan and relaxation and exercise just to keep you going, because as you say, a lot of the lads and girls have been saying it's monotonous and it's the same thing every day. So you've got to try and break it up, and hopefully that's what the foundation and that's what we're doing. We're the step up, Wednesday workouts and Friday challenge, that the kids have got something different than just doing schoolwork and then it's night time. So at least we're trying to get you to go for a walk if you can with your family, or go in the garden or your front step, or just breathe fresh air in, really. It's getting lighter now, so fingers crossed things are starting to get brighter.
Yeah, really important. Some really, really good answers here as well. The increased anxiety levels, I think, is an important one as well. There's a chat box flashing there, Nick. I'm seeing an answer.
Daniel just said same. So what you just mentioned there from Zach, because in lockdown, people not being outside could lead to anxiety. And me, for example, I would be sick before school.
Yeah. Right. So I've got a little video. Let me just make sure my sound is going to share. Share sound. Thumbs up, just if you can hear it. Here we go. Yeah.
Watch this. One little piece of paper can have a remarkable effect. Stress is stressful. But if you understand a bit about what it is, you'll be better able to deal with it. First, though, take a few deep breaths. In fact, do that anytime you feel stressed. It helps. Stress is a survival mechanism. When danger appears, it can get you out of trouble quickly. Your body crashes up the gears and throws all its resources into getting you moving. Your heart pumps furiously to increase blood pressure, glucose is sent to the muscles as a fuel injection, and you become totally focused on what psychologists call fight or flight. Thing is, this emergency state is only meant to last just long enough to get you out of danger. But here in the 21st century, we stress about different things, and for much, much longer. Your brain and body stay on red alert, and you'll be less able to think clearly, learn, or remember things. Take a few more deep breaths, because as you now know, stress is a physical reaction, and deep breathing helps to counteract its effects. So, what else can you do? Okay, top tips to reduce stress. First, get plenty of exercise. Let out all that locked up energy. Now, back to the problem. Get in control. Scope out the situation and how you're going to tackle it. Don't stress alone. Talk to someone. Socialize. And have a laugh. You can't laugh and quake with fear at the same time. Get down with nature on a big or small scale. And if your mind won't stop worrying, give it something else to do instead.
So with that, I think with the last one there, definitely it's with like talking and socializing to people, it's just getting creative. I think it's doing stuff like this over Zoom. Yeah, I think that's something that is important. I know I've definitely gone on to Zoom with my friends. I don't know if any of you lot have. If you want to put it in the chat box, maybe how you've stayed in touch with your friends during or family during this thing without actually seeing them. So has anyone, what have they done to maybe keep in touch with people?
Doing a quiz, Jake, from Noah. WhatsApp
Nice.
from Daniel. Xbox from Fred. Love that.
So all these things, I know maybe you can't go and see people, but it's just about being creative. Any more? Nick, any more coming in?
Watch football on Zoom with friends and on the Xbox. Stay in touch via Xbox. FaceTime, Zoom. Me and my mates FaceTime all day from 9 till 6.
Wow.
Some shit, that. Zoom, Monday night smart quiz. FaceTime, and Noah has been walking.
Nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play a game called Positive, Negative, or Both. So I've got some coping strategies in the middle there. Yeah. What I want you to do in the chat box is just tell us which ones you think are positive, which ones you think are negative, and which ones you think are both. And Chris with the magic pen is going to put them in the box you think. So Starting with them all, you can do them all at once, so just do one at a time. Which ones do you think positive, negative, or both? Go.
Exercise, music, meditating, positive. Harry's gone for social media. He thinks could be both. Exercise, positive. Mikey, good answer. Music, both, because sometimes it's upbeat, but sometimes sad. Good answer.
Okay, yeah.
Good answer. Social media is both, I think. Leah, what do you think exercise is, Leah? Social media, both. Positive, meditating, music. Sorry, positive is meditating, music, and exercise. Harry says overthinking is both. Why do you think that, Harry?
Oh, some interesting answers here as well.
Like it.
I like it.
Overthinking negative, overthinking negative. Exercise and music, Dan, what do you think they are? Good, okay, seen that message there. Mikey, staying up late could be both.
Okay.
What's your reasoning behind that, Mikey?
Yeah, if there's any in the both, give us some reasons why you think it could be both. Because I think these are open to discussion. As long as you've got a reason. Go on, Nick.
He's gone for staying up late is bad. So
yeah, just put in if you think both. Why both?
So Noah said staying up late could be good if you do it once, watching a movie with your family.
Actually, I would put that in. I would agree with that. Definitely.
It's like last night, was it? Match of the day on for Everton's game. That finished quite late, so we went to extra time. So you might have to stay up late for the Liverpool Champions League game. Everton and the FA Cup went into extra time. Little things like that, or a movie, like you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, the odd time.
So Mikey's reasoning for staying up late is because you could be having fun.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But then it could affect your sleep. So
is there any, Nick, that's coming in that are just negative or that are just positive?
There's a few up here.
Good
exercise and music, got extra, yeah. Scarlett. Social media or both, because you might compare yourself, but it's good because you can stay in contact with people.
Exactly how I put that as well. What an answer that is.
Overthinking can be both because it can be for the better.
So maybe what Harry's saying, Jake, is perhaps the best thing to do is to be prepared for different challenges. So I can see your thought process there, Harry.
I think so, because if you don't think about certain things, then you might not do it. So say, for example, I don't know, schoolwork. Yeah, if you're not thinking about it, or you're not thinking about it as much as you should, you're not doing it. And overthinking will make you do it. But I think there's a fine line between planning to do it and then overthinking, then it makes you worry about it and it might knock on your sleep and then things like that as well. Any more coming in, Nick?
Nice little quote here from Harry. Thinking is preparing.
Oh,
we make a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt, Harry, lad.
Thinking is preparing. I love that. I think we'll put that on our end slide next time. Steve, is there any there that you think are just positive? The ones that you would use maybe for you?
I'm using the penny. I'm getting told off like Fred.
Oh.
I'm trying to move the screen. I got the pen on. I think I like the way Dave said about I think Mikey said about the music being up. I've thought about it upbeat, but as you say, there's certain music that can bring your level down as well. But I think meditating and just breathing is positive. It's just getting us in the right mind. I think it's really important to make sure we're breathing, we're doing the exercises, and making sure we're all right first before we think of everything else. We've got to look after other people, or you might have to look after yourself. I think that's vitally important that we look after each other first before we think about all the other stuff.
Good. Chris, are there any that you think are just negative, that you would say they're definitely negative?
Yeah, I think, Jake, for me, it would be staying up late because you've got to kind of imagine your body's like an iPhone or a mobile phone. Ideally, you want to be running on 100% charge. And obviously, by following the recommended sleep allowance of 8 hours a night, you'll start to think more positively than opposed to if you only get maybe 2 or 3 or 4, you may not be able to concentrate in lessons, etc., and to feel 100% happy.
Great analogy, that. Great analogy. I think for me, definitely a negative one is blaming everyone. I think that's where it's, if you're angry and you start to take it out on other people, I think that's where that's definitely a negative, because you're bringing other people down with you, which moves me on then to the ones that, well, actually first, can you think of any others that might be positive or negative? None on this screen. So this is a tougher question, I think. Any others that you might think are positive or negative that aren't on this screen that you might see people use or you might use already?
What do we do, guys, as well on our step-ups together? And I think we do it really well, because like Steve mentioned, you inspire us as well as attending our sessions. So what are we doing at every session with each other? Any
answers coming in, Nick?
Going out with people, both, because they could be friends or they could be foes.
Oh, wow.
I like to be thought. Someone, I think it was Izzy, just said, "Oh, that's good," or she congratulated someone else on the call. So I think, like Chris mentioned, communicating and helping support each other. It was great that she answered the reply before we did.
Bit of praise or a bit of encouragement.
We're all the same boat, aren't we?
Any more coming in, Nick? Any more what people think that might be positive or negative?
Negative one, Jake.
Go on.
Breaking lockdown.
Yeah. I think that's definitely one at the minute, isn't it? 100%. That one's gets you into trouble. Definitely gets you into trouble.
Mikey's gone for too many crisps, so maybe overeating.
Eating with boredom. Put that down too.
The amount of times I just stand up and look in the fridge just because I'm bored.
No.
Meditating could relax you.
Yeah,
being
definitely.
Unhealthy is bad.
What do we think about doing like hobbies? Where would we put that? Because I think that would be a coping mechanism or a coping strategy.
We've got one in seeing the news, because it gets you worried.
You know what? That is a good one, that one. That is. Especially in the first lockdown, I stopped watching it because that made me worry. Yeah.
Every time it was on, it was negative.
Yeah. What an answer that is.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Any more coming in, Nick, and we'll move on.
Harry, last one. Eating both because you might not have eaten in a while. Okay. So
dance. We've got dance food, from Nick. Yeah.
Nice.
Hobby is dance, drinking, because maybe unhealthy drinks like Coca-Cola or fizzy drinks, maybe, than opposed to water. Hobbies when you're stressed, maybe they help you, but then again, they could make you more stressed from Izzy.
Yeah, depending what the hobby is. Right. So, coping strategies. So here's some music. We've already said that. I know some have said music can bring you down, but for me, definitely, I like listening to music and I like combining it with a bit of exercise as well. Yeah, that really helps me. Eating healthy. Now, my usual rule as a coping strategy for me is eat healthy Monday to Friday. Yeah, and that makes me feel better. And then I've got the weekend to myself then. I can sort of treat myself, because that's probably good for my mental health as well. That just being able to have a little treat, a little cheeky takeaway on a Friday night or something like that. Next one, exercise. Yeah, so that's one that would make me feel better. I like to go out on walks and just exercise, and it keeps me in a routine. Doing your hobbies, I think that's an important one, because it sort of takes your mind off things. If your hobby's going on your Xbox or your PlayStation, I think that's good. Obviously, don't do it too much, but it's a good way of just taking your mind off things and talking to people. I know we mentioned about being on Zoom with our friends and just keeping on doing that. Yeah, because I think it's very easy to isolate yourself in this without you meaning to. I think it's very easy just for you to just stop talking to people because you're not really seeing them. So just keeping that talking going, whether it's through Zoom, social media, messaging, I think it's really important. Which moves me on. What strategies are you going to use for the rest of lockdown? Answers in the chat box, and I'm going to come to the lads as well at the foundation. What coping strategies are you going to use? And I'm coming to you first. What coping strategies have you used, or what might you use, or anything?
Strategies I've used is just write a few things down so that you can get them done.
Yeah. Just get a list.
Write a list down so you can get things done. Try not to become lazy and do nothing.
Yeah, I think that's an important one because I think a lot of people can fall into that and just
Too easy just to sit down and then I've got nothing to do, so then you start binging on food, and before you know it, they're in a rut.
Yeah, really important, that one. Nick?
Yeah.
Main one for me, and Noah has mentioned it, just carry on exercising, trying to keep as fit as I can.
Yeah, I think that's important, definitely. Steve?
Yeah, I think the exercise one's a great thing because we just the kids got a treadmill with their own little pocket money they saved up because they couldn't get the PlayStation. So they got a treadmill instead, so I'll just be in Nick and theirs when they're not watching.
Nice.
Just go on theirs when they're in the other room. But I just think it's contacting people, just keeping in touch with people, whether it's a text message, just randomly, not for a chat, not for a talk, just random people that you haven't spoke to for a while, just give them a little heads up and see if they're all right.
Nice. Before I come to you, Chris, Nick, are there any answers coming in from everyone
loads.
else? Yes.
Keep doing conditioning with Jim on Zoom from Scarlett. Good stuff.
Nice.
Izzy Bacon, breathing and exercise and emotional eating. Mikey, Xbox, exercise, FaceTime, cooking for my family on my own. Well, in that. Xbox, Bacon, FaceTime, playing with family, footy with parents. I'm going to keep talking. I like to write a diary every night. Great one,
nice.
So that's what Chris said the other day, wasn't it? He's made his own little diary. That's great. Looking back in the future, how good would that be to look back and tell your kids, grandkids, and family members what you went through?
Mikey, Scarlett, and Noah have all mentioned doing the step up.
Brilliant. Yeah, good.
And one at the bottom here, Harry, playing with his brother.
Oh, nice. Brilliant. Right. Some really, really good answers there. Yeah, if you keep these, then brilliant, and just keep doing them. You might have more than one. Yeah. If you have more than one, even better. So if you're starting to feel a bit isolated, a bit down, use these. Yeah, use these and it'll help you feel better. Some really good answers on here as well. So, Plenary, little thing, you've got about 30 seconds to get your answers in the chat box. We're going to see who gets the answers in first. What are coping strategies? Who's going to get the answers in first? Let's go.
Fastest fingers first. Who's in?
Here we go. First. Anything coming in?
So we put Mikey's for Xbox. So that is an example of a coping strategy, but what actually are they? Yes, we go.
What does it mean? Yeah.
Help you cope with hard times, dealing with hard things in life, a way to keep you from going insane. It helps you to cope with things that you do to help you deal with something.
Right,
nice. Some good answers. Right. Now, who can get in the quickest for this one? List some positive strategies, list some negative strategies, but make sure you tell us whether they're positive or negative. Yeah. Let's go. Who's going to get in the quickest? Who's going to get the most?
Breathing, exercise, positive, exercise, good. Xbox. And something else, not sure what that says, Mikey. Positive, I'm guessing. Positive music, baking, good. Eating unhealthy is bad. Bringing people down, negative, yes. Playing with siblings, positive. Positive eating. Family time.
Nice. Good answers again. Last question. What strategies will you use during lockdown? Just tell us one. Everyone just put one answer in. What one strategy will you use most?
Waiting patiently.
Oh dear.
Hence.
Chatting with friends, Xbox, drinking tea.
It's a big one though, that, to be fair.
Any biscuits with your cup of tea, Mikey? Exercise, yes. What biscuits? Big question.
Go on, Mikey.
Keep doing gym because Scarlett does it 4 times a week for an hour, so she gets to see her friends on Zoom. Pain digestive. Mikey, you need to go to chocolate. Always go outside for some fresh air daily. Never mind what the weather is. Well, no. We're loving cups of tea, yeah. Harry's probably gone through 1,000 tea bags.
Nice.
Mikey can't have chocolate. Ah, never mind. I'll eat the chocolate ones for you.
Healthy eating, Mikey. I love it.
Yeah, quality. Right. The usual now. If I just stop sharing, I'm going to put this link in the chat box. Could you just answer the questions there? See who can do it the quickest.
I think our record, Jake, is about 8 seconds, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, 8 seconds.
Well, if I tell everyone I've done it in 5, then they've got to try and beat me. Let's see. Here we go. Let's get this screen back on while we're So while you're doing it, we'll just get the screen back on.
Well, I think we've got some records, Jake. They're flying in. Our answers in the chat box. Well done, guys.
Love it. So we are carrying on after half term. We will be back at 11 after half term. So not next Tuesday, because we'll be asleep. We'll be staying in. We're having a chill. But the Tuesday after, we will be back when you're back in school, and we'll be focusing on aspirations. So we're going to look at what our goals are going to be after lockdown, how we're going to achieve them, and anything that we want to achieve in school as well, when we can eventually go back into school.
Yep.
So usual safeguarding numbers there. So just leave it on for a little minute. They are there if you need to call them. And finally, thank you for joining us on the Step Up sessions. We've thoroughly enjoyed doing it this half term, and we look forward to seeing you after half term. So if you're not coming to Friday workouts tomorrow or the Friday Big Red Challenge, we will have a lovely half term, and we will see you in a week and a half.
Stay safe, guys. Have a nice half term.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later. Don't forget, if you want to come to the challenge tomorrow, don't forget to register so we can get the link across to you.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Have a nice day.
See you
See you
later.
later.
Take care, people.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you later, everyone.
you.
You're welcome.
See ya.
See you later, Noah.
Thank
Bye.
you. See you tomorrow.
Well done, Dan.
Cheers, well done.
Ta-ra, mate.
See you after. Bye.
See you later.
See you later.
See you soon.
See you later, Mikey.
Oh,
Okay.
with that video, some